Our next speaker is Mr. John Brady, followed by Judith Arandes.
Mr. Mayor, I can read this at a breakneck pace and get it in under 5 minutes. May I ask the indulgence of the council to read it at a good pace and not be confused with an old FedEx commercial?
Okay, Mr. Brady, I'm at all intentions of giving you a little extra time, to be honest with you, so please, let's start the clock over.
I won't be
abusive. Please just try to get through it, and if you need a little extra time, I'm more than happy to accommodate you.
Thank you so much. I believe you've been misled about me. You've been told a tale of drunkenness, debauchery, and deceit, when my story is one of illness, mistake, recovery, and the triumph of personal will. Let me tell you about the best day of my life, but first, some background. A few years ago, I had colon cancer surgery. After that, something changed inside of me. You see, I have what is called the alcoholic gene. It's a gene that is primal. It affects the part of the brain that is in the back of the brain where breathing, hunger, sex drive is. It's the part of the brain that keeps us alive as a species. It's not an alcoholic gene, but a survivor gene that behaves badly when combined with intoxicants. It's also the one that makes us brave. I call it the bravery gene. It makes me instinctively settle in the fight position when I'm startled. It makes us run towards the danger. It makes us instinctively not run away. Did it happen because I stayed too long on a morphine drip in the hospital? Personal failings? Whatever. It got switched on. It makes the primal brain thinks that alcohol is a food that you must have more of to survive. And when you switch it on, your life goes downhill fast. And that's what happened to me. So on that coordinating council Monday, I took Reverend Diggs aside and asked him where he sent his people who had problems. So with phone number in hand, I left. Now I was feeling really bad, and I did what all alcoholics do. I went out and bought those 2 little airplane vodka bottles and drank them in the parking lot. As I exited the parking lot, I stopped short of a van. I hit her. I thought I avoided hitting the woman, but if I did, I would have stopped, because I don't run. I went to back to my mom's empty house. The police came. I was shocked to know that I had scraped the woman's fender, and I told them I had no intention of fleeing. They took me to the hospital for a blood test, something I will be always grateful for, because when I got there, I learned my body was shutting down. My blood pressure was 77 over something. My usual at that time was 130 or so. Drunk or not, I should not have been driving. And that is all in the police report. I put the community at risk. I'm sorry about that. I knew I had made a mistake, and a mistake is very serious to me because it is unforgivable. That's my standard. The only way you can make up for a mistake is a make good, recompense, remuneration, penance. And I do not run from my mistakes. I take responsibility, and as usual, I by myself went out and aggressively sought help. Lawson Cenas is a very good program, and spending my own money, they helped me beat this thing down. I do not drink anymore. My primal brain thinks alcohol is a food. My rational brain knows it's poison. And because I do not run from my responsibilities, I made an arrangement with the woman I hit. I took care of all of her expenses. Everyone was happy, no complaint. Technically, no hit, therefore no run, not sustainable. As to the probation, way back I asked my attorney, what does this mean? It means you can't drink and drive. In fact, you all can't drink and drive. If you are over the limit, they arrest you. With me, they throw me in the hoosgow. But this seems to be a big issue with people. They say it's bad. Well, I say to that, I will put my reputation and integrity up against the bad. My integrity trumps the probation and any prejudice or question one might have. I do not run from a fight. And if that's not enough, well, then I have to work on my image. And speaking of my image, I have to speak to the misleading comments to the ride-alongs. The main purpose of background checks is to ensure the safety of the officer and the community from some strange person. Now, I've gone on ride-alongs before, so I've passed the background check. If I'm such a danger, then send me out with the canine unit. And if I get crazy, sick the dog on me. I will not run very far. I think somewhere it's written the Queen's courtesan should be above reproach, but her ministers must be effective. Already, I have brought in my friend Brian Moriguchi of the Professional Police Officers Association, a fighter for officers' rights, to observe what's happening here. I have been in contact. 20 more seconds.
Go ahead, Mr. Brady.
I have been in contact with the Department of Justice, Office of Civil Rights, for their great community outreach programs. My friend Ron Wakabayashi said, let us know what we can do to support you. I have proposed working the commission harder than they have ever worked before. These are my standards. I will not run from a challenge. It is not in my nature. So let me remind you, this is an unpaid position to give advice. So here's my advice. Dump me and bunker down. Or keep me and let's work together to make things better. And that's about it in a nutshell. So in conclusion, it's always a pleasure to serve at your pleasure.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you
Brady.
very much for your indulgence.
Thank you.